Benvolguts. En primer lloc, vull agrair a Sobirania i Justícia l'organització d'aquestes sessions de treball sobre el camí que Catalunya ha de seguir o hauria de seguir per a constituir-se com un estat sobirà. És realment bo que hi hagi persones, hi hagi entitats que vulguin liderar aquest procés i que d'aquesta manera responen al que sembla que és l'opció majoritària dels ciutadans de Catalunya. També vull agrair moltíssim a Sobirania i Justícia i al president de Sobirania i Justícia, el molt bon amic Joaquim Torra, que hagin volgut comptar amb la meva col·laboració. Malauradament, com ja han pogut comprovar, com ja poden comprovar ara mateix, no puc ser amb vostès directament. També m'he convertit jo mateix en una víctima de la globalització i, en principi, si tot ha funcionat bé, doncs en aquest moments em trobo a la Xina, a Pequín. I'll now speak in English so that our guests can follow my presentation. And in the course of this presentation about Catalonia's path towards independence, I would like to touch upon three questions. First, I would like to argue very briefly why I think that the Catalan cause is a just cause. I would like to put this Catalan question in the context of the current political and economic international conditions, the international order. Finally, I would like to end this short presentation by thinking or by talking about the strategies that should be followed to achieve independence. And throughout this presentation, I will try to draw upon the contributions, I think very interesting, very important contributions of Professor Danbury, of Dr. Ehrlich, and Mrs. Stanic. Let me first talk about why the Catalan quest for independence is a just cause. Why is that this growing support among Catalans for secession is fair and should be supported? I think it is just because it is grounded on the legitimate aspirations of the Catalan population to govern themselves and their aspirations to be recognized as a nation with full rights. This aspiration has had a long, protracted history behind of attempts to obtain what we consider, someone would consider sufficient autonomy or capacity to self-govern. In fact, I would not like to go through all this history, but I think that it's interesting to use the example of the preamble of the statute that was approved in October of 2005 with the support of 120 members of parliament, so 120 members out of 135, so about 88% of all parliamentarians supported this preamble that then was amended very heavily by the Spanish parliament. The preamble, as you can see, says that the Catalan nation has been constructed over the course of time by means of the active contributions of many generations, traditions and cultures, all of which have found their homeland in Catalonia. The preamble goes on to say the driving force behind this statute is the aspiration, a project and dream of a Catalonia with no impediments of any nature to be free, to the free and full interdependence that all nations today require. This statute, it says, provides a definition of the institutions of the Catalan nation and of their relationship with the peoples of Spain, within a framework of a freely expressed solidarity with the nationalities and regions that constitute Spain and compatible with the development of a plurinational state. Now, this aspiration has been, however, met at best with indifference. As I said, it was heavily amended. The preamble was amended by the Spanish Cortes. In many times it has been met with scorn and outright rejection. Just to show the last example of that, a few days ago, one of the fathers of the Constitution, Gregorio Peces Barbas, just said Spain is a nation and Catalonia a dearly beloved part of our territory. Now, this is not just a statement by someone that has his own opinions and comes from an extreme position, but in fact it is just a reflection of a long constitutional interpretation, or the interpretation of the Constitutional Court last year in July of 2010 on the statute that was finally approved by the Catalan people. So the decision of the Constitutional Court at that time says that basically, in terms of the concept of nation, the Constitution is founded on the unity of the Spanish nation, and that there is only one nation, Spain, that has to be united, remain united forever. Now, the result of that basically is that the fact that this attempt at being recognized as a nation by Catalonia and the rejection of the Spanish institutions and the Spaniards in general means that in the context of current politics in Spain and within the Constitution, Catalonia is basically always going to be a permanent minority. As such, it's always at the will of the majority, and this means that even the concessions, the political and legal concessions that are made to Catalans from time to time are not supported by true political guarantees. At any moment, Catalonia can be deprived of its financial autonomy and its legal autonomy and its legal institutions. This explains why we have a history that never ends for the last 30, in fact, more than 100 years of constant political mobilizations in Catalonia to defend itself against all kinds of attempts to reduce its autonomy. There are all kinds of discourses, voting, demonstrations, all the time trying to maintain, to draw a line and to defend the Catalan autonomy. This is something that doesn't happen in normal federal states, where everybody knows exactly what to expect from others. Everybody has guarantees about the autonomy that they have been granted. Now, because of this history of constant mobilizations, of constant quarreling, of back and forth between Madrid and Catalonia, it's not strange that Catalans have become very tired about the whole process, and Spaniards in a way are also sick about the same situation. For a long, during the negotiations of the last statute, there were clearly a lot of attempts to introduce clauses in the statute that would lead to some kind of guarantees. So these attempts went from some articles that spoke about bilateral relations with Spain. Other attempts were directed to introduce the idea of historical rights of the Catalan nation and so on, but they all failed. And as a result of that failure, the only thing that we know is that Catalan culture, Catalan language, and Catalan finances are always are threatened by that permanent majority, the control of the Spanish majority over the destinies of the Spanish state. Now, I don't want to talk too much about this question, but just to finish, to complete this argumentation about the justice of the Catalan cause, I would like to show three examples as in terms of financial issues, to show what are the conditions that this situation has led to. The first example, I call it spot the differences. This is basically a comparison of the maps of Barcelona and Madrid from 1993, where both cities look very similar in terms of the highways and the infrastructure